And the governor is headed back to Uvalde to meet with family members and also give an update on the investigation into the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School. Parents are growing frustrated and they are angry as police have been slow to detail why it took an hour to engage the suspect and end the standoff, but not before he killed 19 children and 2 adults.
Joining us to talk more about the victims and what they're going through is Columbine survivor Missy Mendo. She's also the director of community outreach for the Rebels Project, which helps support survivors of mass tragedies. Missy, thank you for joining us. I can't imagine when this happened, what that did, how it recounted what you have been through as a school shooting survivor. Can you give us an idea of what these students and their families are going through right now?
First of all, thank you so much for having me, Nancy and Michelle. I appreciate this. I feel like it brings each one of us survivors back to our time from when we were going through what we were going through. I know that I had a little bit of an ironic situation while this was going on. So that was extremely difficult to process. And it's different for every survivor. Every survivor has a different reaction. Some sleep, some don't sleep, but I can assure you that the survivor community is really grieving at this time for this community.
I can imagine. I'm so sorry that it feels like these wounds are opened anew every single time that something like this does happen. How can we help people who have suffered this kind of tragedy?
I think the most important thing that you can do for somebody when they come to you and they're grieving in a process like this is to listen. And it's also very important to understand that everybody grieves differently. Though people and communities go through these situations together, the person sitting next to them may not be on the same timeline for their grief when it happens. So it's really important to just validate that their reaction while they're grieving or their grief is valid, and that there is no timeline for that grief, and they themselves are on their own timeline, and they're right on time for their own timeline.
I know a lot of people want to help. They want to comfort, but oftentimes something that is comforting for one survivor can be triggering for another. What did you find in the months and even years after Columbine helped you in dealing with the memories and circumstances that continue to reemerge?
I think that the most important thing for myself, and I feel a lot of other survivors speak about, are recognizing triggers and setting personal boundaries for those triggers. For example, there may be something, sight, taste, smell, your senses. And if something bothers you that you see, then you've decided, okay, this is a boundary for me. This is triggering. I'm going to choose not to expose myself to this anymore. Or if there's an area that reminds you of something, I'm not going to return to that area. It's very important to stay in tune with yourself and realizing what your mental boundaries are for yourself and for others around you, and to just be cognizant of that. I think is very, very important.
And I can imagine how each day can be a struggle at times when things like this and events like this continue to happen. Missy, I want to ask you about the Rebels Project. How does your organization help these survivors?
We have several different various ways. One of our biggest success stories, you could say, is we have an ambassador program. So we are a huge online presence with Facebook, and we have people who come in and answer specific questions. We vet their questions. And then when they come into the group, our ambassador program has one of our survivors personally send them a message saying, hi, my name is Missy Mendo. I'm a Columbine High School survivor. This is our group. We're not politically affiliated with anything. We're not religiously affiliated with anything. And, don't go down the rabbit hole when you first come into the group. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. And if you want to tell me your story, you can. I'll tell you mine. And the connection between the two is what has helped our survivors astronomically. If we have groups that are not comfortable sharing their stories, then we have another piece which is called Project Journey. And it's any kind of care that they feel that they may need. If a survivor is in between jobs and there's a lapse in their therapy, we can try to help bridge that gap with whatever that looks like. If somebody says, hey, I'm not into therapy, but I'd like to try acupuncture, we try to those different outlets. So we are here and have been here since 2012, and there pretty much isn't anything that our team isn't willing to try and support when it comes to another community, because there is actually well over 100 communities in our survivor network currently.
Missy, I have to say, you're helping, and I would imagine your work, and through this work, it must help you through your grief and continued triggering or continued work to move beyond what you've been through.
It has, you know, I'll give an example of what has happened currently this week. When I was sitting in my house filling out paperwork for my 4-year-old to go into the school system in the fall while all of this was going on. I found out through another survivor reaching out to me, and I have processed with other survivors, not alone. I have a close net of girlfriends whom I've met through the Rebels Project that are Route 91 survivors. They are Navy Yard shooting survivors. They are Aurora Theater shooting survivors, Heath High School survivors. And that is how I personally have been making it through these past couple of days. And, you know, the Rebels Project is here for the marathon, not for the sprint of the lives of what these people are going to be needing.
A community that no one wants to be a part of, but is so important. Missy Mendo, thank you very much for your time and for your insight.
Thank you.